Hi everyone, welcome to Call of Cthulhu. And you're probably wondering why I'm playing this and not the Sinking City. It's because of cost. I've been wanting to play this for a while, but I couldn't afford a full price game. And so while Call of Cthulhu is now on sale for the summer sale on PlayStation, Sinking City, being a brand new game, is not on sale yet. And it's purely cost reasons. That's why. So once I can afford Sinking City or it goes on sale, I will get it and play it. But for now, why don't we play a game that is about a half a year old? Call of Cthulhu. And yeah, it's another H.P. Lovecraft themed game, like so many out there. Let's see how this is. I think the best one. I haven't played too many H.P. Lovecraft games. I've only read one H.P. Lovecraft story, and it's not even the most famous one. It was hard to understand. I need to read some of them, just because they are important literary horror stories. Should be noted that a lot of them are metaphors, racist. It's this guy, he's incredibly racist. He was an incredibly racist author. Even at the period he lived in, he was considered incredibly racist, and that should say something. So while playing this game, there is that layer that this is actually a guy using his own racist beliefs as a way of horror. And I think that is something that should be addressed before jumping in. But the one game that I can say that's probably done H.P. Lovecraft right is Bloodborne, which I've never finished. I want to finish it because, Bloodborne is... I just love the world of Bloodborne. I love the look of it, the aesthetics, and the lore, but it's so damn hard. Hopefully this is not Bloodborne hard. So let's enter madness. And you know me, I like it bright. That's good. I don't want it too bright. It looks like it's not that dark. Oh, we weren't even at the main menu, and there's my gamer tag right up there. Please do not send me a friend request. I'm pretty particular about that. Alright, let's get started. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. All right, he's from Boston. It's funny, even though like H.P. Lovecraft is an American, but I believe the voice actor that plays the main character in this game is British. Because apparently Old English accent is British accent, despite that's actually a relatively new accent compared to the American accent. But okay, sure. I'm a stickler for that. I'm sorry. Because it's just one of those things that's funny. Like, we interpret it as being old, as sounding old, but it's actually relatively new in comparison to your standard American accent, which is actually older than the current British accent. It's, a way of, British English has changed, whereas the British dialects have changed, whereas the American dialects have relatively stayed the same. But they are different. They are tons of American dialects that are very difficult to understand. You don't want to hear me talk. I'm sorry. If I am mad, it is mercy. I have to have that on there 3 times. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. Ooh, it's all bloody. I didn't know. So this is in first person? I thought it was in third person. Maybe there are some bits that are and some bits that aren't. Okay, the reason why I was going as voice actor being British, I'm not 100% certain, but I'm saying that because I believe it's the same one who voiced the main character in Don't Nod's Vampire that came out last year. Which, while I didn't finish it and I ended up deleting all the videos on the channel, it was very good world building, but clunky gameplay, as is the usual with Don't Nod. Don't Nod, stick to the adventure game genre. You are so much better at that. Sorry, trying to see if there's anything to interact with. We must crouch. Oh. Is this one locked? Yep. No going through there. Alright. Had to double check. Oh. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Well, I guess I grab this then? Oh, I'm getting some Amnesia vibes. I think it was also sort of H.P. Lovecraft inspired because it had a whole sanity meter thing with it. Oh. Spooky. Okay, there was something over here. Oh! That will be useful. A bolt cutter. And he just uses it. Great. I do like that.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Okay, I think there's probably no need for that. Everything's all covered in barnacles. Oh, ooh. Whole bunch of orcas. I think some sharks too. Just a whole bunch of different sea creatures.
What a putrid offering.
Oh. Let's get real close into that. Wow. Oh, that's awful. I feel like these would actually be a lot larger in real life, unless these are like infant orcas. Because the size to me compared to them is pretty small. Okay. Looks like there might have been a way through there or something.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Why should I run? Why should I run, game? Just to pick it up? Pick up the pace? I was fine just exploring.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Consult diary. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles. But this place is mine, for the moment. All right. Eloquence. Alright, so we got some role-playing aspects here. God. So we're already at some high levels here. I guess that's really kind of cool. Like, he already has some set stats instead of starting at 0 like they often do in these games. Sanity. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War. where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Oh, that actually makes it worse. Any of you guys taking a high dose of melatonin, you might know you're going to have some freaky dreams. The freakiest dreams I've had was when I was having a hard time sleeping. I took a 5 milligram melatonin. I just wasn't falling asleep, so I took another 5 milligram melatonin. I had some of the worst dreams I've ever had. But I can still have freaky dreams without it, so that's just how it is. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Okay. Inventory. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. I'm not entirely sure which way this could be interpreted. It could be October 7th of 1918 or July 10th, 1918. I'm assuming he's an American, so maybe October. And I'm not 100% familiar with the timeline of World War I, so don't know. I am no expert.
I wonder why I still take these things.
It's a pretty good American accent if he is indeed American. I don't know. Usually they get actually British people to voice British people in games. Typically. As someone who is getting into voiceover work, they did tell me, don't try to, unless you get trained in a British accent, don't bother auditioning for British characters, because the odds are they're going to know the difference. So, the doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should just shut up and play the game before I before I start everything off with talking about British versus American accents.
It's been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Yeah, this is... Okay, so maybe it was July 10th, because I'm seeing that way of dating here. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? And yeah, after World War I, this is the start of when PTSD became a known psychological disorder from people who've experienced traumatic events such as war. It could be abuse as well. Knowledge. There's inventory and knowledge. All right. Let us not. So I see here, U.S. is voted dry. Oh, it was prohibition going on, I think, as well. Ooh. Better hide the booze. Can we turn that off? Thank you. I'm hoping I'm I want to explore my room a bit.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay, allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of a skill. So I have 8 CP. Oh. Yeah. Well, do you really want to validate this character points attribution? Sure.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
No, don't leave the room. I want to explore more. I regret so many things right now.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
Oh, shut up.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? A painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay, whew, I can explore a bit more. Alright. Examine the painting. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He's convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. But let me also there were glowing things over here earlier. Hold on a moment. Okay, so,
I wonder why I still take these things.
Yeah, I resetted everything. Fortunately, there's a skip function that is really good.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Alright, I already read that.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Yeah.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Yep, all really good stuff to have on hand. Yeah, I reset it a bit, so fortunately the skip function is great. It just hold down the circle button and bam.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Yeah. I guess he just couldn't understand that she left him for another woman.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Anything in there? No? Would there be something?
I used to be an avid reader.
What? Why did you stop?
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I have business here to attend to.
Alright. Are we working on something now?
I should get rid of all this stuff.
No. Okay. Just, yeah, not a lot of stuff, as I figured it would be. Alright, well, we'll just move forward. Alright, so, yeah, everything's the same. I did get this. I accidentally spent 1 extra point on here last time, so I got it adjusted. So now I'm at level 2 on these here. And, alright, just want to make sure. Get this all cleared. Okay. And this is all the knowledge we have. Alright. Okay, nothing new. Alright. Okay, so the main character in this not only has the same voice actor as John from Vampire, but looks an awful lot like him too. And yeah, not a very imaginative character design, I will say. Alright, let's look at this.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Mm-hmm. A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they, nevertheless, insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Alright. You a little creepy. Alright, let's look at the painting.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
I'm a private investigator, not an art critic.
I guess you're not as clever as you think, then. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Alright, so...
The sender's label mentioned.
That's right.
And you think...
Okay,
That is
so
go to
it's the same. It's just highlighted still. Alright.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Hey, I could have explored anyway. Oh, what? Maybe that's the book. Oh, no. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Well, let's take that. That might... Yeah, there we go. Look at that. We learned some shit. Okay, Inhabitants. Stephen Webster, 63, businessman, a wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. He was a ship owner. A local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family, he used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for a tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. Only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, he died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others, Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images, with violent colors and wild strokes, to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Now, it's a man with what looks like tentacles and a glow of some sort. A young boy and a woman protecting the boy. That's what I can make out. Alright. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette. I don't have to bother to fucking do anything. God. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that it is linked to the death of his daughter. And some knowledge. Alright.
I used to be an avid reader.
Okay. Sorry. I meant to actually skip his little spiel. Okay, should be This wasn't...
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I just saw it mentioned the Red Sox on the newspaper. I just wanted to say that. Okay. Boston Strangler escapes from state mental ward. Sorry, The Office has been in the news lately, and so I'm thinking of the Scranton Strangler. Which I heard was supposed to be Toby, but I guess they decided not to go with that. Or maybe they did. Maybe there's talk that maybe It's Always Sunny might do a little crossover piece, which I wonder why they never did, but I mean, they were on different networks, so that's probably a good factor. All right. Let's go. I gained a character point. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Let's go. Come on, game, load. Please. There we go. You can do it. Come on. Almost there. Almost. There we go. You did it. All right, let's enter madness here. Oh, we're now just hitting the title cards, people. Yeah.
Almost there.
Hope these subtitles don't spoil me on like a character's name. Like, it's hard to describe it. I think you know what I'm talking about, though. Like someone lies about their name, but the subtitles say their true name or something like that. Oh, the Scylla. That's a Greek monster. I can't remember if that's the one with many heads or the one that created this whirlpool. Scylla and Charybdis, I believe was their names. They're from the Odyssey. It's a foreboding name for a boat.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
It's lovely.
So, what wind brought you?
I'm not
Does the
controlling him.
Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Alright. Talk to Fitzroy. Alright, we got a lot. I'm not going to read everything like I was earlier. We did get 1 point. But let's save it because we have... We just need to save it. Okay. Wait, hold on. I don't want to spend it right now. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs, and with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable was its medical institute. At the entrance of the port to the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last willing ship and to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. Yep, that's a shame. Alright. We'll go over there soon. He was looking over here. We saw this in our dream.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea.
It's not even a fish.
Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They
I
can't
do like
understand.
how
Damn stupid
they have
idiots.
Boston accents.
Get
It's
it.
not
Nobody listens to us
it's not
anyway.
too overt. It's very subtle,
No way
which
to
is
treat
nice.
an omen.
Okay, I can't talk to him.
He's gonna get us into trouble.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
You can't understand. You're not sick.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't
Okay, I
understand.
can't talk
Don't
to
put
him.
that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. Cops, they can't.
You shysters. What's this lamp doing over here? Should I touch it? Huh, I can't interact with it right now. Well, let's go to Fitzroy's office. Get some information from him.
Broken.
Oh,
This place seems half abandoned.
I was gonna go ding, and I didn't get that chance.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Oh, the toilet.
This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while.
Yeah, no more whale hunting.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
The second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Huh, maybe I can't put points to these, and maybe it's because I'm learning via picking up those books a bit? Maybe? That's my theory. What do you think? Goodness. There's a lot.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
A man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Could be a brother or father. Nothing. Alright.
What a macabre souvenir.
Well, it just looks like an oar. Oh no, it's the peg leg. Okay. That makes more sense. Alright, now going up there. For reasons.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Alright, so... What am I doing? Sorry. Oh, he gone. Oh, he's over there. Okay.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I mean, why would they be removed?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come, come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla.
Oh.
His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
All right. Yeah, prohibition's going on.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Jesus.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw it just like me. That bum deserved a lesson.
Yeah, but he's a regular, and you're not.
I can see that you and I are off to a bad start. I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
A she, hmm?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Think that'll do for now?
That'll be all for now. The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent? Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshops, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate.
Right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
He's got the interesting text on his tattoo there.
Do you like our song?
No, stop.
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared. You exhausted the stocks. You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know. They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking ill, you see.
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen. Good night, stranger.
So long.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But can't you see that we're in the middle of a conversation? I told you to beat it.
You didn't say anything at first. Huh. Anything else? I think we're done here. Oh, can't get in there. Okay, no talking to them. Alright, let's go to the warehouse. Play just a little bit longer. Oh. You guys weren't there before.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
I just want to know if I unlocked anything else.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I did. Alright.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Alright, let's go to the warehouse then. Pick up the pace a bit. What the? This is freaky. Okay, we can't go beyond that. The spot hidden skill allows you to detect hidden items in a close range. Once all these items are found, the detection will go gray. So there's something hidden here.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Up there.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Oh, okay.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Okay. Uh-huh. All right.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
All right, let's use it. Okay. And am I supposed to pull it or something? What else do you want from me? Game? God. I mean, it looks like it's attached just fine. Let's see. Oh. Oh.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Is there anything else down here? Let me just take a quick peek. Alright. I think that's it. We'll see if I'm right. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Do we still need more? We still need more. Oh my god. Ugh. I want to like jump across. Can't do that. Can I jump down? Nope. Won't let me. I could break a leg. Ah. Okay.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Okay. I should be able to do it now. Can I put away the lighter? There we go.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Okay, there we go. Let's see what's down there. Ooh, that's... Ooh. Don't know about this. Ooh.
Smoke. this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Doesn't sound good. Oh, this is great. I love this stuff. And I say that with complete sarcasm. Oh, don't do that. Could the smoke have some hallucinogenic effects?
This is primitive.
It's quite the find. So it looks like they... So it's early fishermen on the island.
Ugh, this place stinks.
Alright. I have 3 points. I need 1 more and I can get that up. Mental trauma. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partly submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. There, something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught glimpses of human and animal bodies, as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface to discover that, rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped itself around his arm. The vision, nevertheless, disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. Cool. Alright. A bar where liquor is served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on this island. The stranded whale, as is its name, and it's managed with an iron hand by the owner. A certain Mitchell. He does not tolerate troublemakers, and he fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and I even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. The miraculous catch is what the locals call the last catch of their whalers. In 1847, although whales were disappearing from the fishing zone of the Darkwater whalers, the crew of the Scylla made a gigantic and monstrous catch that saved the island from famine. They still celebrate this catch, and an article from the Times still decorates the bar. It's strange how the memory seems so alive, as if it was maintained by the survivors. Yeah, they talk as if they were there, but they weren't. Okay. Alright.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Are we in there? Are we in the warehouse? Oh, I guess we are. I didn't realize it.
What happened here?
Le Petit Parisien. They did meet in Paris.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
So I'm pretty sure I'm not done. But I'm gonna go ahead and level this up. Alright. So we're gonna validate. There we go. Should I not have left it? But nothing else is popping up. I don't know.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You sent your men away. Bad idea. I see only one overweight police officer and one hardened veteran.
How dare you? I am a representative of the law.
Relax. Look what I found. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
Like, literally.
God damn it. Her again.
Is this cat?
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Okay. I think I will end the video here. Interesting little setup. Just kind of getting us started here. I kind of like finding the hidden objects. I don't know if that was mandatory for this chapter or if we could have gotten into the warehouse some other way. I don't know if I explored everything during that little investigation sequence. It looked like I could explore more, but oh well. But I'm looking forward to playing more of this very soon. So thank you for watching, and I will see you later with more Call of Cthulhu.